A minster is a place of worship and prayer and sending out, and that has been the case really from the start. The heart of all the reasons for this place is a name, and that's Jesus, who began the story. And without Jesus, there would be no minster, there'd be nothing to share. And minster life, in all its diversity, is built around that staggering discovery that God has taken a step to us.
The people who built this cathedral in the Middle Ages were about creating heaven on earth. And I think that's one of the reasons why it attracts so many today.
People bring their lives to this place as it's right that they should. It's a real place of gathering and convening and coming together. And our stories matter infinitely to God. I would hope people discover it here in this beautiful place, to discover that they have a special place in something bigger that gives them hope and a purpose and meaning in life.
When the minster we now have was finished in the 15th century, the worship would mostly have been sung. But things have changed. In the 19th century, the then Dean wanted to reach more people with the good news of Christ and therefore put in nave services on a Sunday afternoon and evening. It soon became clear as the 20th century ran its course that there was a need to be able to hear other sorts of voice within the worship, spoken word in particular.
Obviously, the minster was designed over 800 years ago without a digital system in mind. One of the big issues that we have is reverberation around the nave.
So obviously for a sound system, there's a real challenge there in that what works in one part of the building isn't going to work in another. It needs to be absolutely bespoke, almost to the square inch of the place that you're dealing with. The very worst thing is having a huge service, the minster absolutely packed, and nobody able to hear a word. And to be frank, that did occasionally happen.
And it's vital that, as in each of our previous generations, those who've gone before us, who are responsible for this place, try to improve what's offered.
So when we went out for tender, we were obviously inviting people to put forward solutions which included premium speaker systems. We shortlisted and interviewed and selected Wigwam, who had put forward the D&B product. Before we signed any contracts, we invited them in to let us listen to this product, and that the clarity just from one speaker meant we were positive that we wanted to appoint and proceed with the D&B product.
And I think one of the things that convinced us was to appoint a contractor who was in total sympathy with what we were about here in terms of our aim. That actually this is about the word being heard well, and people being able to do that without distractions getting in the way.
We're very pleased with how the system looks, and of course we're very happy with how the system sounds. York Minster, I believe, have the best sound system on the market, and we're the biggest cathedral that has this system in place.
The one I serve is a storyteller. And it's so important with stories that people can catch the nuance and the humour and the aside. And in a great place like this, it's vital in the 21st century that we have excellent audio provision so that that performance of the story that shapes our lives can go on really well into the future.